What are Soulbound tokens, SBT? A detailed guide to Soulbound tokens, SBTs. What are Soulbound tokens, SBTs, and how do they work? Who would have believed that money would also go digital? The hard cash, the long queues outside the bank for either taking or depositing your money, and the long process of sending and receiving the money were the traditional way money used to travel. However, with the creation of an alternative financial system along with flexibility and innovation within a decade, Web3 astonished the world. Be it economic or cryptographic development, smart contracts, and consensus mechanisms, it all helped create an open-source system to authorize financial transactions. However, the decentralized finance, DeFi, ecosystem is not able to support straightforward contracts, for example, an apartment lease, as it does not contain the native Web3 identification. In this blog, we will discuss how Soulbound tokens could surpass these constraints and get back on the authentic and transformational track of Web3. What are Soulbound tokens, SBTs? The blockchains require projects and use cases that focus on social identities and communities instead of just money in order to be upfront in the context of collaboration and the ecosystems. Therefore, Ethereum's co-founder Vitalik Buterin, along with Pooja Ulhaver, Strategy Counsel at Flashbots, and E. Glenn Whale, the political economist and social technologist, brought the concept of Soulbound tokens in a paper which was titled Decentralized Society, Finding Web3 Soul. The author stated that the Soulbound tokens provide the foundation for a decentralized society, DSOC, where the communities and souls come together and emerge as the features of one another and co-create the plural network goods and some intelligence at various levels. A Soulbound token is said to be a non-transferable non-fungible token, NFT, representing the credentials, affiliations, and commitments of an individual. For those who don't know about non-transferable tokens, let's tell you that non-transferable tokens, also known as NFTs, help in tracking reputation. The NFTs are added to the addresses, however, they can never be sold. In the meanwhile, a lot of people wonder what souls refer to in the Soulbound tokens. It is pertinent to mention that souls are the wallets or accounts to which the Soulbound tokens or the non-transferable tokens are permanently bound. For example, a soul has an access to the history of an individual's employment, which may be self-certified as similar to the information in one's curriculum vitae or resume. However, when the Soulbound tokens possessed by one soul may be issued by other souls who may be counterparties like individuals or organizations. This is the exact point when the mechanism's true strength is revealed. For instance, let's consider the Ethereum Foundation as a soul that gives Soulbound tokens as a reward to those who attended an Ethereum conference meeting. As per the white paper, the concept of the plural network groups refers to the communications across the network and are considered the most critical drivers when it comes to economic growth. How do Soulbound tokens work? The Soulbound tokens may support the Web3 networks while using the NFTs as reputation indicators instead of being dependent on the money-centric frameworks in order to achieve the same. For example, the lender verifies the borrower's account balance, credit scores, and repayment history to propose an under-collateralized loan. However, the Soulbound tokens are representing the credentials of an individual, which is why the reputation of an individual acts as collateral while getting an under-collateralized loan. It may be recalled that the fundamental concept of NFTs is to represent the property or assets with a monetary value. However, the question is how to verify an individual's reputation on the blockchain-based system. In order to go through this concept and the working of Soulbound tokens in the field of Web3, let's give you an example of the voting system of decentralized autonomous organizations, DAO, because most of the DAO governance models assign the voting power on the basis of the number of tokens held by a member. In the meanwhile, the issuance of Soulbound tokens by the DAOs may prioritize the reputation over the tokens held by a member. Likewise, the reputation of an individual may be verified through the interactions of users with the community. In addition, the reputation-based voting system may also secure the DAOs against the Sybil attacks. Now, what is a Sybil attack? It is when one or more bad actors take control of the majority of the governance tokens in order to redirect the direction of the project. Since the Soulbound tokens are publicly verifiable, they can secure the DAOs from falling into the trap Sybil's attack. For example, the souls having some soulbound tokens may be assigned the majority voting power to defend the integrity of the decentralized autonomous organizations. Meanwhile, a lot of people question the existence of soulbound tokens. There have been a few examples of how the soulbound tokens may be utilized in the world of Web3. So, when will it be available? Notably, the Binance Account Bound (BAB) is said to be the first soulbound token issued on the BNB chain, and it will not have any monetary value and would not be able to be transferred. Besides, it is being reported that it will serve as a digital verification solution for Binance customers who have completed the Know Your Customer (KYC). In addition, the third-party protocols are able to utilize the BAB SBTs in order to provide the DAO governance voting system and airdrop, among the other use cases. How can soulbound tokens be used? Notably, there have been several use cases of the soulbound tokens in Web3. These include NFT ownership, job vacancies, gaming, verifying the credit history of borrowers, and soul drops, among others. NFT ownership. An artist can get rid of the fraud individuals selling NFT collections in the name of prominent artists by connecting the soulbound tokens to their artistic profile. Job vacancies. Soulbound tokens can also represent a candidate's educational details like degree and professional certificates and even employment history. It can be used as proof of skill in order to meet the human resource needs of an organization. Gaming. With the help of SBTs, the Web3 activity of a user can be tracked, which can later be converted into non-transferable reputation tokens inside the game avatars. It can only be leveled up in this method. Verifying the credit history of borrowers. SBTs may also represent traditional credit reports by providing lenders with access to a borrower's whole credit profile. Soul drops. Web3 has been dependent on the sales or airdrops of the token to attract new communities. However, both methods provide average results.